coddle these racists. Yeah. And they both kind of learn a lesson throughout both their careers.
I'm sorry I lost my temper. But I'm not sorry I stayed in the game, and I'm not sorry I scored.
Now, what kind of an apology is this?
I've never walked off the field for anybody.
These people down here, they're dug in. They're set in their ways.
No,
we are
Coach,
your
that,
son.
you're just hiding behind those words.
I have
That's
a
not how it has to
responsibility
be.
to my team,
Yes,
Davis.
Jack, Art, and me, we're all a part of your team. But we can't run across that goal line down here without you. It doesn't mean a damn thing unless you're with us.
Mm-hmm. The tragic thing about this, I'm not ruining anything, is that Ernie Davis died of leukemia at 23.
Oh,
yeah, no, he just finished college.
Yeah.
Got the Heisman Trophy as well as a couple of MVPs, I think, and when he was playing with Syracuse, and he was about to play for the Cleveland Browns. Mm-hmm. While he's practicing for the Cleveland Browns, he's having all kind of just symptoms of nosebleeds. He's light. He can't see too well because his light is too bright.
Jesus.
Yeah, and he's just like, so he can't play. And it's hey, well, so he got his respect, but he knew it was only a matter of time before he died. I'm not ruining anything here. I'm giving you the biography of the guy because they tell you this in the plot of the story.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm telling you all of this is because, needless to say, that this is. Even though I like the movie a lot, no surprises. It plays out like a typical football film.
Oh, really?
Like a typical underdog football film. Yeah. I mean, we just saw with that Mark Wahlberg movie. I forgot what it was called.
The Comeback?
Was that it? The Comeback with Mark Wahlberg, where he plays the guy played with the Eagles.
I hope to God so. Yeah.
And we don't know. Anyway, Mark Wahlberg was in a movie about a year or two ago where he played a guy who was going to and football is considered like a little bit too old. I think he was in his 40s.
Right.
And so maybe his late 30s. And so he was going to play for his first time for a professional team. And in that movie, you see him not playing too well at first, having to deal with discrimination, and then finally coming out triumphant.
Yes.
It's the same thing with Remember the Titans.
Right. Exactly.
Same cycle.
Yeah, you've seen it before.
Same cycle here, man.
It's too bad because I guess it does have the angle of, someone in history you just wouldn't think about or even, stumble upon unless they made a movie about him. I guess that's the one positive, but too bad they couldn't deviate themselves from the other football films that basically are telling the Rudy story, I guess, in some way.
That's true. The Rudy is the king of these movies now. Yeah, the runt that they let play, he triumphed. And yeah, man, I mean, this is like Remember the Titans with less black people in it.
Denzel's not in it?
No, Denzel ain't in it. We got like about 3 black people. It's like Remember the Titan, just one Titan. And but you are correct though in saying that the movie's cool in that they tell you right up front this is a guy that's not remembered very often, and if for nothing else you should kind of see just to remember his story. Right. If you don't like these kind of movies, I really can't say that there's anything that's going to make you like this film unless you are someone who is of color and you like seeing these kind of movies that remind people of how it was in a very racist period, and you like to see that particular person triumph over that kind of racism, which is what, hey, I ain't gonna lie, that's what appealed to me. Yeah. So, but other than that, man, really, it's no big deal. In fact, there's some cheesy parts in there. They got a guy who plays Jim Brown, who, first of all, looks nothing like Jim Brown, by the way. Now, you know Jim Brown, right? The famous football player. You remember the black guy in the Dirty Dozen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they got a dude playing Jim Brown, a guy named Darwin Dewitt Henson. Dude look nothing like Jim Brown. Other name, but they got a moment in there.
The ears look alike, but that's about it.
He got an afro, so he got kinky hair. But there's a scene in there where it gets, that's my biggest complaint is that it gets really cheesy in some parts. Dennis Quaid comes out to give Ernie Davis a speech. Yeah. And after the speech, they cut to Jim Brown down the hall and he's like, right, go get him. He doesn't say anything, but he gives him that look like, that's right. I mean, it's almost like a Coke commercial or something.
Oh, God.
There are some really good football scenes in this movie, though.
Oh, it was just really well shot and
it's
photographed.
It's a lot of slow motion shots of people falling on their neck. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking.
So they make it exciting. Huh? They make the football stuff really exciting.
Yeah, I think Hollywood kills people. I think they put extras in outfits and kill them and don't tell anybody because there's too many times when people fell on their necks in this.
And you just hear.
Yeah. They just
damn celery sound effect. Can't fool me.
I was like, man, that person had to be at least paralyzed from the waist down.
Everybody's running around with a broken neck.
Send his family $1 million. Get him out of here. But oh God. But yeah, the director for this is somebody who actually is a pretty mediocre director, at least from the movie. Okay, I want to say mediocre director, but he's made some films that I thought were pretty mediocre. Kiss the Girls with Morgan Freeman as a detective, and another movie called Don't Say a Word, which is another detective.
Oh, that
movie.
was terrible.
Yeah, this is the same director, so it's kind of cool to see him go off and do some sports shit. I was expecting when I knew it was that director, I was expecting like the football player. Not they're gonna change the story where he didn't go on to play for the NFL, but he became a detective.
Oh,
had to solve a murder of some white girls.
My God, yeah, I guess that would separate it from the pack. But Jesus,
yeah, we took some creative liberties with this story. But overall, I would give this a very high matinee. I would love to give it full price,
but
my bias.
Gotta be honest, Corey. Be honest.
My personal bias wants to give it full price, but overall, I have to say it comes in amidst a lot of movies which follow this same pattern. I mean, this is almost a genre now.
Well, it is. I mean, yeah. I mean, they got like what 10 DVDs? Isn't that considered a genre? You got 10 DVDs devoted to the same storyline.
Exactly. Yeah,
the same premise.
Yeah, it's either I'm waiting for them to make the movie where a girl has to like overcome her the sexual prejudices to become like the first female football player.
Oh, they already did, didn't they? What was that movie called? I don't know. I guess I didn't care that much for it.
That dyke who runs the football.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Wasn't that an Ice Cube movie? Remember?
The one that nobody saw?
Yeah, the one that nobody saw. I think it was like his daughter or his niece.
Damn, man.
And,
that you think about it, they have covered it. Because they even got a movie where a dog played football.
There you
and had
go.
Air Bud.
Air Bud. There you go. Yeah.
But you knew they took some liberties with that movie because it's a movie about a dog who can catch a football. That dog have all his goddamn teeth knocked out trying to catch a football.
Well, it was like a string of movies. I know. Okay, now Air Bud, I want to say that was about basketball. But
okay, they did have a football sequel to it.
Okay,
where Air Bud, I think Air Bud went on to play hockey and shit. You know?
Yeah, he did. I think they had one about a monkey, but all his shit went straight to DVD. I don't know how that happened. Yeah. I think it was called what, MVP?
Well, some people in the South would call it the Express.
Oh, Corey, that is just racist, dude.
I didn't say it. I'm telling you what
I didn't say it.
Oh, by the way, before we go, I just want to give some credit to this guy that played Ernie Davis in the movie, Rob Brown. He's been in a lot of movies. The first movie that I saw him in, I think it was called. It was a movie with Sean Connery. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, it was where he
Rising
played,
Sun.
It was the black version of Goodwill Hunting, pretty much.
Oh,
Finding Forrester.
Yeah,
this guy was in that.
Really? He played Forrester?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in that, and he was recently in Stop Loss. And
why did I say Rising Sun? Who was Sean Connery?
That was another black dude. That was
that was Wesley Snipes.
That was Wesley Snipes.
I'm sorry.
Look at you. They all look alike.
I get them confused sometimes.
They all look alike to you.
Well, they're both the same height. I mean, sometimes I come on. I don't. Hey,
let me get out of here before I pull this plug on you.